you needed. But please, come in here real fast. Does this look familiar? That old kind of drain trap that pretends to like catch your food and your grease and your trimmings, but really just gets stuck underneath. And the word I used the other day with it, it's grody.
Gross. Grody, yeah, grody. I like grody.
It's grody. Well, let me introduce you to Dripsie. This is the solution. Now, what you're getting, and I'm gonna let my man Rick Roman over here tell you all the benefits and why it's such a smart solution. Yep. I need you to know that you're getting 3 of them. So a lot of us have double sinks.
Okay.
A lot of us have sinks in the utility sink, right?
Exactly.
Like in the kitchen.
That's right.
Not the kitchen. And the
mudroom. The mudroom.
Mudroom. That's what I'm looking for. You're getting 3 of them. You just choose your color. It's an easy pay of $4.40. Red, blue, black, or gray. It's K54425. I'm gonna let Rick Roman show you why this is so brilliant.
Yeah, so you know, Dripsie was designed to solve that problem in the sink. Traditional sink strainers that I showed you, not only do they get grody, as you say, they're designed to sit on top of the drain. So what does that mean? The food winds up getting stuck at the edges. Well, Dripsie is a rimless design that sits below the drain, and it has fully vented slots and holes all around. So what does that mean? That means when I'm rinsing my dirty dishes, all that food, I want you to see how none of it gets stuck at the edge. It just flows nice and easily into the drain. But notice how Dripsie, because it has those vents, the water never stops flowing. So that's anti-clog. But here's the best part. Once I've done scraping my food, it's got that little post in the middle. When I take it out, the material is a rubber and plastic. It's naturally non-stick. And look at this, flexible. It's dishwasher safe. It's not gonna look like this after a few uses, and you can throw this right in the dishwasher and clean it. And I love the fact, again, once again, it sits below the drain edge there. So why is that important? Well, when you're rinsing your dishes, all that food that gets stuck at the edge on a traditional sink strainer. With Dripsie, notice how it all goes right into the drain, and then notice how never do you see any of that water stop flowing. I have all this food in here, check it out, and the water just continues to flow. And look how much food it holds. And then when it's time, I just simply take it by that little post, pull it right out, and then here's the beauty of it. All that food pops right out because it's naturally non-stick. And again, it's not gonna rust, it's not gonna break, it's not gonna chip. It's just a better solution to something we've always accepted.
When we were talking about this, is that even the post has little drainage vents in it as well. So it's never going to clog your drain. You're not gonna have to stop. You're not gonna have to scoop things out with your hands, which is just grody.
Grody, exactly.
But it's also nice and malleable, so it's easy to pull on out. You have those vents all the way around the rim, the vents all the way through, and then even on the post, there you go. You can see it right there.
That's a great call out. So that's why it doesn't clog. And it's also, because it's a rubber and plastic, it's flexible. It's not gonna chip, rust, break like the metal ones. And it's 3 1/4 inches, okay? And you just pointed out, that vented design is such a simple but a smart solution, and the rimless design sits into the sink. I love, again, it doesn't matter what I'm rinsing.
It's snug, you know?
So, you know, I always tell people, measure your sink. Most sinks are 3 1/4 inches, right? Most traditional sinks. So you just want to make sure that you don't have an odd-shaped sink. But notice all the food going right to the drain. It doesn't get stuck at the edge, and it just continues to flow.
You're getting 3 of them. So double sinks, sinks where you do your laundry in your kitchen, you're going to be set. You can get all 3 in the red, all 3 in the blue, you do all 3 in the black, or the gray. It's really just what your preference is. The gray is the most popular. It's $4.40 on your easy pay, and that goes away at the end of the day. You know, we've sold over 50,000 of them here at QVC. Last I heard, we were at about 500 sold so far.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, 1,000 now.
1,000 now?
Yeah, within a couple seconds now, it's 1,000.
Now look at, I put a leftover soup. Look at all this food that I have in the sink. Now watch what happens when I go to drain this down. I want you to see, this is a whole bunch of soup. I filled the Dripsie all the way up. And what you said before was really important. Notice how the food isn't getting stuck, but even the post, whoops, I'm spilling water here. Even the post has those vents, so the water continues to drain. Check this out. See how the water can still go down? Those little drains in the post. And then when it's time, I simply pull this out, and we talked about it, naturally non-stick. So all that food, when I shake it out in the garbage, it doesn't stick to it. And this goes right in the dishwasher. So it's able to capture all that food, but still allow your water to flow.
You know what else it's gonna catch?
What's that?
If you lose a ring.
A ring, exactly.
If you lose a ring, you know that feeling when that ring goes down the sink? It's devastating, it's terrifying. This is such a smart solution that we don't really think think about. That's
I know.
Those are my favorite ones. The ones you're like, oh.
You know, it's funny.
That's smart.
We've always accepted the inferior sink strainer.
Yes.
Well, Pat, who was the person who created this, he said, we can make a better mousetrap.
Okay, so red, blue, black, or gray, those are your color options. You're getting 3 of them, $4 and change on an easy pay, a smart solution. It's K54425. Thanks, Rick Roman. You cleaned it up real nice.
So good to see you. Take care.
Ooh, it's time for some coffee. Are you ready for coffee?